Alrighty. We are back. This one. Please work. Good. Okay. Like you guys have been saying in chat, which I will have to pop out at the moment, we are back where we belong in the Champions League in the first game of the group stages, and this is a very stereotypical Champions League game, isn't it? It's a barn burner of a fight between two very, very big teams. And what a better way than arguably the toughest test we're probably going to face in this entire competition on match day one. Because I generally don't think that there is many teams, if any, that are actually better than Bayern Munich that are in this competition. Arguments for your PSGs or what have you, but we've already beaten those lots, so I can't really count those guys. Feeling optimistic with the lineup? Yes, I will talk about the lineup in a little bit. Obviously, we'll go through bingo. We'll go through the two teams. Bayern's team is very, very standard for what I kind of expected from them. Well, there's a few changes in there which I think are kind of interesting, but it's pretty standard for what we expect from them. Ours is very similar to something we've seen in the past, and that's, I think, will serve us well in this game. Let us hang on. I need to just. I need to do the thingy. Where is it? I always forget. This is our game for today. Voila. It's at the Allianz. And I also need to remember how to change all the other stuff, because I always forget. I always forget how to, put all the stuff together. Where are we at? There. Okay, cool. So, let us move into the bingo here. And hopefully we can, check some of these stuff off. Well, that is really far over to the right-hand side for some reason. Oh, I'll leave it there. What have you? But yeah, so we've got a few new things for the bingo card, a few things that are usually here as well. We have Forgot the Timer. We have Palmer Player of the Match. I'm already stumbling over my words. This is going to be a long night. We have a clean sheet. We have Mono was right. This is just for the tactical things. We have a Garnacho app. Esteval, goal/assist. He's currently on the bench. Spoiler alert. Caicedo, enemy number 1, we normally have on here. Sanchez, wonder save, we normally have on here. On second look, we normally have on here. Unlikely goal scorer, we normally have on here. We have Mono, rap gods on comms. This is just for when I just talk way too fast and it is basically unintelligible. So you'll have to point out when I do that, because I know I will do that at some point. We have a mark return. This is if Gio gets off the bench. I don't think he will, but, it could happen. The free space, obviously. Maresca ball in full flow is normal. Mono swears at the refs is normal. Why isn't it black and white? I still don't know why I still have him on here. I'll have this on here, honestly. We have a worldie. We have over 2 Argentinian players. We usually have this for Cobham, but we've got more than... We've got the ability to get 3 Argentinians on the pitch at the same time. So I've decided to change that for today. We've got a correct prediction. Now, I've gone for 2-1. In all honesty, I think this will be a 2-2, but I'm being optimistic and saying that we're going to win this. So I've said 2-1 instead. We have ref standard higher. This is just for when the inevitability of the fact that the refs and the VAR that work in the Champions League will just be better than the Premier League referees and things like that. So that's for that. We have a James assist. We have a Palmer goal/assist. We have a weird substitution as normal, VAR goal as normal, and match day 1. And yes, that is a pun. Hang on, I've just got the thing. James in the midfield thoughts. Would prefer him as a fullback today. I will talk about that in right now, because we're going to talk about the two lineups. Firstly, let's get Bayern's out of the way, because it's pretty standard for them. The only thing which is kind of interesting is that, and again, this is really annoying the way that they've done this. They've done it in number order. I hate when teams do this. Just put it in the formation. Stop being weird. The only weird thing about this team for me is the fact that they've got Gnabry, who's going to be playing in the 10 today. Obviously, he's more, he could play across the face, but he's more kind of recognised as a winger. So it's going to be the 3 kind of attacking threats of Gnabry, Elise, and Diaz as that front 3 in the 4-2-3-1. Kane obviously up top. Nothing else is particularly different. I'm not sure if they've got any interesting things on the bench, other the fact that Nicholas Jackson is on the bench and he can come off the bench and face us. So maybe we get to see him play against his former club. I think that would be quite fun, actually. I'd like to see how he gets on there, but he's never getting in the team over Kane, let's be honest. As for the Chelsea lineup, we've got an absolute stellar graphic once again from the Chelsea media team. Little point out here, by the way, the fact that the 2 stars are separating the bench and the starting 11. Ooh, sheesh. But yeah, so this is pretty standard. We have the exact same team that we played against PSG minus Colwill, who of course is injured and he has been replaced by Chalobah. It's the exact same team, and therefore I think it's going to be the exact same setup with Malo Gusto coming into the side. I imagine he's going to play as that wide right player in the midfield, and we're going to kind of play that 2-2-4-2. So let's kind of put the team in, and we'll show like how that kind of actually, you know, sets up in the game. I'm going to change around the centre backs and stuff because it's always interesting to see how these kind of pan out in the end. James is playing in midfield today, which is interesting. And then we have Palmer, Enzo in the middle, Neto and Pedro up top. So I assume what's going to kind of happen here is that even though it's kind of it's supposed to be set up like it's like this, right? It looks on paper like it's a 4-2-3-1. It's not going to be like that. We know how these teams kind of form. We're going to see Enzo move over to the left. We're going to see Palmer come into this 10 role. Gusto's going to go high, and then we either play the 2 here with James and Caicedo in the pivot. Obviously, Tosin coming into the centre position, which he's very good at doing, and Chalobah going out wide right, which I think suits him a lot more than playing on the left-hand side. Maybe we might go a little bit more kind of, you know, a little bit more aggressive, and Neto can join the attack here, playing that top 2, and then we get the 2-2-4-2 that we've seen at times with the 2 centre backs being left. I think this is a bit more ambitious, and I don't think that we will do this a lot because this leaves us very, very exposed. Like I spoke about in my preview, which a lot of people didn't see, Colwill was replaced by Tosin. Yeah, exactly. What I basically, a lot of people didn't see my preview. I don't know why the algorithm just really didn't push that video today. But basically what I spoke about in my preview is how both teams are going to be playing in the same kind of way, where we're either going to be playing the 3 at the back or the 2 at the back, depending on which team is kind of, you know, the more aggressive and wants to attack more. And I would imagine, for the most part, that will be Bayern, not us, and we'll play as a kind of, you know, the back 3 that we normally see. With Neto out wide, and we have, you know, this kind of 3-2-4-1 that we often see from us. Now there is a bit of worry here. Obviously, someone's mentioned this already in chat that James is playing in the midfield. Would probably like to see him play as a fullback, particularly. But I think there's going to be times where he's going to have to kind of get back and play in that position anyway, as Gusto is going really, really high and kind of almost playing like a winger at times. So I think he will be able to do that. Obviously, a really big test for Cucurella up against Lise today. Very, very big test for Tosin and Chalobah and Caicedo, who I kind of earmarked in my preview, up against Harry Kane. I think that's going to be a big kind of issue for us to have to deal with. We've got about 7 minutes until the game kicks off. So I do actually have the thing up. Let's move into the screen. Boom. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous for this game. It's obviously it's such a big one, and it's so what's the word? It's like, it feels like this has been a long time coming. It's been a few years since we've been in this competition, and we're playing to lack of a better term, an absolute elite club. So yeah, hopefully we can get a result today. I'm not too confident in the fact that we can, but you know, I always back our boys. We've beaten better teams, so there we are. By the way, our whole front line makes their UCL debut today. I'm pretty sure every single player in our, at least for Chelsea anyway, every single player except for Reece James and Chalobah will be making their Champions League debuts for us. Maybe Cucurella. I think Cucurella might have played back in the old team. I can't remember. But the majority of our team currently, as we've chopped and changed players so much in recent times, are making their Chelsea UCL debuts. Mainly Palmer as well. I think that this is a really big kind of game for him. I think he has a point to prove today, as do a few of the other players that are kind of, you know, inside. Caicedo especially. I think I'm praying that Caicedo has a really, really good game today, because we need to get that Caicedo prop going, because he is just so tragically underrated by every person in world football. So hopefully we get to see him put in a pretty good performance. I'm trying to see if there's anything going on the Twitter. I'm not sure what kit we're playing in today. I think we might be playing in our third kit, the really nice black kit, which I will be getting very soon. I know that my sponsor, which is here, has kind of stocked in the third kits now, so I'm gonna be getting the third kit relatively soon. So there are some games that have already happened. Paphos and Olympiakos have drawn 0-0, which is a really good result for Paphos, to be honest. Slavia Prague and Bodo Glimt have drawn 2-2 as well. There's other games that are being played at the moment, or kind of simultaneously with our games, that being Liverpool Atletico, PSG Atlanta, and Ajax and Inter. So very big, very big games coming up. It looks like the blue kit. I saw the training chops that they're wearing are the blue ones with the badge in the center, which I think is mimicking the black kit. I'm not sure. Well, we'll have to see. Maybe it's just the training tops that they're doing that for. The Bayern players are coming down the tunnel now. One thing I will say as well that is quite worrying about Sanchez is in his black goalkeeping kit, so I'm assuming we're not in the black kit. One thing that's interesting about Munich's side is that a lot of the players in it are like former Prem players, which a lot of the time when we go into these fixtures, we're all like, these players play really well in their respective leagues, but they haven't come up against Premier League defences, but a lot of their attack is former Premier League attackers, so they'll be very used to this. It's a bit more worrying in that regard. But again, with our group stages, this is probably the hardest game we've got in our group stage. So get this out of the way nice and early would be good, especially if we get a result. The mascot has taken the ball, and we're going to be getting off here. I'm not going to forget the timer. I nearly did. Let's get the... It's Adam Summerton and Glenn Hoddle on comms. Love a bit of Glenn Hoddle. Oh, I like this. I like this commentator. It's not the other guy who's usually really biased against us. So that's good. Wednesday night footy. It's no feeling like it, is it? It's so, like, obviously we had our European nights last season and things like that, but there's nothing quite as kind of spectacular as playing in the Champions League. One of their players has got a face mask on, by the way. I'm not sure who that is. That might be Pavlovic. So either Pavlovic or Stanisic has got a face mask on. So there's some really big statement performances that need to be made today, and I think that, like you say, Neto is one of those. I think that his work rate is going to be really, really important in this game, just to kind of stop them from being comfortable on the ball, or as comfortable on the ball. I think it's Pavlovic who's got the mask on, right? Yeah. The number 45 in the middle. So their entire front line is ex-Premier League players, which is very interesting. Again, Nicholas Jackson's on the bench for them. If they want to bring him on late, that could be fruitful for them. It's interesting. I don't know if Jackson's actually played any football for Bayern. I haven't really followed them too much, but like, it's curious to see whether he'll be a player that plays off the left or if he plays through the middle. I assume he'll play through the middle, but with Kane playing all the time, I doubt that he actually really ever gets a game. The two captains, Reece James and Manuel Neuer, will be in the center circle right now. The referee is from Spain, Jose Maria Sanchez, which is good. Man, the crowd is very loud, like really loud. I'm literally gonna have to turn my thing down. Will also be interesting to see where Enzo plays. He's obviously being depicted as the 10 at the moment. We know he won't stay as a central 10 on his own, but will be interesting to see whether he drops a bit deeper and kind of plays in that role that we saw him in against Brentford, or if he's going to, stay high and be a box crasher like we often see. And I will actually quickly do I need to do this. I need to pin this before the game, because I think I am a little bit behind as ever. Centre circle huddle has been dispersed, and we will be getting underway very shortly here. We are go. Bayern Munich kicking off from left to right. Long ball from Manuel Neuer immediately is met by Chalobah. They're immediately on the attack with Elise here. And like I kind of spoke about in my preview, they've immediately moved into that high pressure, two at the back style situation. Here's Luis Diaz on the left. Upamecano, who's been really, really good for them in recent times. Question marks on Jonathan Tah at the back, though, which is good for us because he is starting. Enzo seems to be playing very high at the moment. He's the highest presser. It's Upamecano again. Kimmich dropping into the back line as he often does. Really high press from Chelsea here, trying to make them go long. They have gone long, and Reece James has intercepted it. And Chelsea have possession back now with Tosin Adarabioyo. Here's Sanchez. Long ball from the Spaniard over the top, and here's Joao Pedro, who's in behind. I think it's actually Gusto, rather. Will play the ball in. It's Neto. Oh, he can't get a good contact on it. And Kimmich has had to clear the ball. Is that a corner or a throw-in? He's calling for a foul, but I don't think there was a foul in there. Really good start from us. It will be a corner, I think. No? Nope, it's a throw. Very big complaints from Enzo because we're convinced it was a corner. Oh, they might be talking about a handball call here, actually. No VAR check going on, so I'm not sure. I think they're just going to continue play. Cucurella to take the throw high up in the left-hand side. Into Joao Pedro in the box. Little flick on will go to Tosin Adarabioyo. And Chalobah will go all the way back to Sanchez. High press from Bayern will try and catch him out, but he's just going to knock it on to Chalobah. Here's James. Interesting to see that we are hanging on the final defenders. All of our forwards, when we get the ball to one of our wide centre-backs, are staying very, very high up, ready to make runs in behind. Here's Tosin. Sanchez needs an option. And Chalobah is completely switched off and completely missed the pass from Sanchez. Here's Bayern back on the ball again. Here's Pavlovic. Kimmich, who's on the right side now. He will drift across that midfield as ever. Here he is in the right centre-back spot right now. Oh, high press from Chelsea from Enzo. Nearly catches them out again. Long ball from Neuer will drop to Cucurella. Neto will pick up the ball here. Here's Enzo. Great little feat from him to get past Conrad Lima. Lovely little nutmeg on Conrad Lima from Neto to get through. Very confident start from Chelsea. However, we will give away a throw. Not letting Bayern settle into their comfortable possession as they often are. Ball from Neuer will go a little bit ahead of the left back and will go out for a Chelsea throw. Unlike Neuer to be bad with this distribution. Possibly as a result of the pressure. Here's Sanchez. As I said, the crowd is really loud. Ball won back by Deo Upamecano. Here's Pavlovic. At least I can tell which one's Pavlovic because he's the only player on the pitch who's got a mask. I always get him and Stanisic mixed up, and I don't really know why. Here's Neuer. Latest score. Robertson's already scored for Liverpool. Crazy. It's Elise. Conrad Lima. Jonathan Tah. It's interesting that Enzo is the man who's the furthest forward at all times in the press. He's not pressing. He's the one that's pressing, and he's letting João Pedro kind of be the one behind. Is Upamecano. Now João Pedro will get onto the press. Jonathan Tah will kick the ball off the pitch, and it's another Chelsea throw. The pressure that we're putting on is forcing loads of mistakes from Bayern so far. They really haven't settled. Hopefully we can make that pressure tell. Here's Sanchez. Looking for an option here. Instead, we'll just go to Tosin. One of those lovely balls into the middle from Tosin to Cole Palmer. He's lost out to Stanisic, though. We need to see a lot of that from Tosin today. I did mention in my preview that I wanted to see him doing that a lot more. It's going to be more imperative against the high press side like Bayern. Getting the ball through the lines like that. Here's Palmer on the right-hand side, running up against Jonathan Tah. Ball goes through to Enzo Fernandez. Oh, and it's a great tackle from Upamecano to stop it from him from getting that cleanly. And the referee's given something. They're given an offside, maybe? It can't be an offside. Oh, it's actually Conrad Lima who's gotten back. Very, very good defensive work from him. We did get in way too easily there. Here's Enzo again. Tackled by Kimmich. Gnabry to Elise. Up against Cucurella, who will play in Luis Diaz, who's drifted to the right-hand side. Can't get past the Spaniard, though. We'll have to settle to giving it back to Elise. He's going to try and go on a run here. Gets it to Diaz once more. Ball to the back post where Kane is lurking, and he gets there ahead of Gusto, but can't get the header on target. It's a really good ball to the back post. So it's very interesting how fluid Bayern's front three kind of is. The front three that's behind Kane, because they don't stay in their positions. We see Diaz there, even though he's starting on the left, he's in right-hand positions. Great part. Oh, what? There's a great pass through from Sanchez into Palmer in the centre, completely breaking the lines. But for some reason, the referees played the ball back. Do they say that I think they said the ball was moving or something when he kicked it. Not sure. Goal kick for Chelsea. Here's Sanchez again. Malagusto. Long ball from him into João Pedro, who's running down the left or the right-hand channel rather, but the ball will spin out off the turf for a throw. Big night for João Pedro, I think, as well. If he can prove that he can do it on these types of nights, then that's what we need from him, really. Here's Elise. Long ball from Upamecano will go to Pavlovic. Here's Neuer. Time for him to pick up the ball and pick out a really good pass to the left-hand side for Luis Diaz. Kane lays it off for Pavlovic, I think that is, who takes a very audacious effort. And it goes about 3 goals higher than the actual net. I think it might have been Diaz who actually took that strike in the end. They're trying to play that diagonal constantly. Long ball from Chelsea will be dealt with quite comfortably by Jonathan Tah. It's Neuer again. It's Upamecano. Diagonal out to the left-hand side once again. It's Stanisic. Plays it into Kane. His touch is a little heavy and we can clear. João Pedro on the turn. Again, can't claim the ball. Bayern are starting to get into the game now in terms of controlling the ball and not letting us get out. We haven't really been able to see the marauding runs of the right back yet from Gusto. He's been kind of reserved in that position, and Palmer's been the one who's kind of out there on the right side so far. Here's Pavlovic running through. Will be tackled by Reece James. Great little pass from Caicedo, but João Pedro wasn't on the same wavelength, and then the shot from Gnabry has gone wide. Yeah, snapshot. Liverpool up 2-0 now. I forget who they're playing. Are they playing Atletico? I think they're playing Atletico, right? Ball down the right-hand side for João Pedro here. Up against Tar. Into Enzo Fernandez. Pedro Neto into the box on the left side. Tries to play the ball in, and it will be deflected. Cleared by Lima. Here's Neto once again. Up against Elise, who's gone out there to mark him. Does well to retain the ball. The whistles will go out from the... Oh, it's a great ball from Cole Palmer to Gusto. Great ball in, and it's cleared by Upamecano for a Chelsea corner. Interestingly, the Bayern fans are booing Caicedo for certain international affairs. I would imagine that's for. Interesting to see how we operate from our corners. Are we going to be putting the ball into the near post as we often does? We scored 4 of them from in the Prem so far. Reverse ball from Caicedo from the middle was a really, really good one. Cucurella gets on the end of it, but he can't get his header on target. I think Neuer would have had it covered anyway. is Tar. Nabry, who's dropped really deep here, playing almost in the 5. Upamecano to Lima. Back to the big Frenchman. Here's Neuer now. Interesting to see that Stanisic is picking up these really weird inverted positions as well in the midfield. In fact, I think it was actually Kane that had dropped that deep as well. He's been dropping into weird positions. Nabry will play the ball out wide for Elise, but his ball is a little too heavy, and the former Chelsea youth player will not be able to get on the end of that. Cucurella to take the throw. Tosin to Sanchez. Here's Chalobah on the right side. Reece James. Good ball from Tosin into the middle where Palmer is, and he turns away from his man. And he plays a beautiful ball over the top, but it's not going to get there to Neto. I'm not sure why the referee hasn't brought that back for a foul on Palmer, to be honest. He played advantage and then we didn't really get one. There's a handball by Cucurella that stopped Elise from getting through. I think this is incredibly harsh. I think it's really... There's nothing he can do about that. Genuinely. Well, I said about the refereeing standard being higher in this competition. Maybe we're going to regret saying that. If they score from this, by the way, that's absolutely egregious. It will be Joshua Kimmich to swing the ball in. Kane, obviously the target. As is Jonathan Tah, who is standing at the back post. It's a mismatch at the back post on Upamecano on Enzo here. It'll be played in to Elise instead. He'll dink it to the back post where Nabry is, and it's... Everyone was free there, but he couldn't get on the end of it. I think he was offside in the end anyway. Good high line held by the Chelsea. Yeah, literally all of their players are offside. There's about 7 players offside there. Will be a goal kick. That will be taken by Tosin. Long ball from Sanchez over the top. Can Joao Pedro make something of this? No, he can't. Here's Pavlovic. Here's Lima. Here's Sanchez. Long ball from him will be flicked on by Malagusto. Cole Palmer will retain the ball up against Stanisic, and here's James. Switch of play to the left-hand side. Here's Neto. It's actually Cucurella that's getting booed, by the way. I thought it was Caicedo. It's actually Cucurella. Long ball from Reece James to the right-hand side where Palmer is free. Oh, it's Gusto rather, but he will not get to the ball. It's a bit too heavy. If we can just get that pass right, we're going to be in. They do leave themselves exposed when they press really high. About 30 minutes to go in this first half. Ball will be cleared. And Pedro Neto will battle up against Lima for this and win it. Here's Enzo. Back to Cucurella. Plays the ball off of Elise for a throw. Tosin with another one of those lovely balls through the middle. And Joao Pedro is fouled by Jonathan Tah in the centre. It's a lovely first touch from Pedro. Just rolls his man. That's what we really need. Let's see. Yeah, just clips him a little bit late. That's kind of a naughty one, to be fair. He's lucky he's got away without a yellow there. It will be Caicedo to take the free kick in the middle. We'll go again with Chalobah. Here's Cucurella on the left side. Long ball from him over the top will go forward for João Pedro, who is offside. A little bit stop-start at the moment. Here's Neuer. His long ball to the left-hand side is a good one. Here's Stanisic. Long ball under pressure from him. Gnabry will try and get underneath it and will be battling away against Caicedo. He's done well against the Ecuadorian. Here's Diaz on the left side, up against Chalobah. Laid off for Gnabry. Fake shot onto a left foot and it's blocked. Lovely little dummy from Harry Kane in the middle there as well. There's a foul on Kimmich, supposedly, from Caicedo. Very big protest from the Chelsea faithful. Let's see. Is this a case of Caicedo enemy number one? As ever. Let's see. Oh, it's a bit of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, to be honest. He gets the ball and the man at the same time, kind of. It will be a free kick outside the box, though. It's very, very far out, so I don't think there will be a strike on goal from Kimmich here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Signal goes up. Ball will go to the left-hand side, and it's hit the referee, and there'll be a retake. Good defending from the ref there. Get between body and man. It's actually just going to be a drop ball for all of them, so it's not going to be a new goal kick. Here's Elise on the right side. Gets past João Pedro, and it's across the box, and it's tapped in. The defending isn't good enough there. It's João Pedro who gets caught out. And you know what? That all comes from the drop ball because the referee gets in the way. It's Upamecano, I believe, who's actually put it in. And again, we've been really hard done by there by the fact the referee has given a drop ball rather than letting them retake the free kick, and we've been caught out by it. We need to switch on quicker there. João Pedro again not good enough defensively, and again, you know, Cucurella and Tosin need to be getting on the end of that. Wait, does it come? I think it comes off a Chalobah actually. Yeah, it's an own goal. Another horror situation for our two centre-backs in the space of 2 games. Ball forward from Cucurella will just go off the pitch. High press from Chelsea once again. João Pedro wins the ball, but will only get us another Bayern throw. Reece James snapping in the middle to try and win the ball. Here's Gnabry. His ball through is a good one. Luis Diaz gets intercepted by Gusto, who's just passed it back to Harry Kane, though. Up against Caicedo. Plays the ball in. It's cleared by Tosin. It's Upamecano. 25-ish minutes to go. Here's Luis Diaz. It's Gnabry who's dropped into left centre-back. Diaz again. Gnabry will play the ball to Upamecano on the right side. Ball forward from him for Lima is a good one. Up against Neto. Goes back to Elise. Lovely little flick from Elise to get Kimmich in behind. Enzo's matched him all the way, though, and has forced him to give away a goal kick. It's really good defensive work from Enzo, though. Long ball from Chelsea will be mopped up by Upamecano once again. He's been very, very good so far. Here's Lima. Kimmich under pressure from Reece James. Upamecano. Neuer will look to that switch to the left-hand side once again. He almost gives it straight to Palmer. Very lucky break there. Here's Jonathan Tah. To Harry Kane, who's dropped deep. Ball into Gnabry in the midfield. He'll switch it out to the left-hand side for Stanisic. Harry Kane. Here's Diaz. Up against Gusto. Needs some help here. He's not really getting it. Kimmich back to Diaz. Here's Upamecano. Out wide to Michael Elise once more. Up against Cucurella. Dinks the ball in to Lima, who's, again, good defending from Enzo to stop it from getting through. And they've given another goal kick here to the Austrians' surprise. Cucurella tries to play the ball forward. It's cut out, though. Ball played into Harry Kane, and he's fallen down in the box under the challenge of Caicedo. The referee has said nothing. And the ball will now be... Oh, he's changed his mind, and he's given a pen. After we were breaking up the other end, he's given a pen. We'll have to see this on the replay. I don't think it was a foul, personally. So much for refereeing standards being better in this competition. He just turns around in the box and falls over. Caicedo hasn't got the ball, but Kane's not getting it anyway. They're going to give this as well. They're going to give this. I don't think it's a foul. I think he falls over far too easily. He's already planning on going down before he's even got the ball. And they've given it. Come on, Sanchez. Come on, Sanchez. Big moment for him. He did have a penalty saved recently, Harry Kane. But he doesn't often miss. It will need something special for Sanchez here. And it's rolled into the bottom, and it's 2-0. It's a horrid call, and the fact that VAR have barely even checked it is fucking ridiculous. Lots of work for us to do. Luckily, it's happened quite early in the game. We do have time to try and get back into it. Yep. It's the way it happens, isn't it? Well, at least now he set the precedent. Is that if we go into the box and dive to the floor like an absolute pansy, we should hopefully get a penalty. He set a precedent now. That's the problem that he's caused for himself. Because if there's a pen call up in our favour, he's gonna have to give it. Here's Reece James. Under pressure, he's giving the ball away to Michael Elise, who loses out, and James will recover the ball. Caicedo does well in the middle, gets it through to Palmer. Here we go. João Pedro's been completely fouled off the ball. He's played an advantage here, though. Here's Gusto. Back into Palmer. Great. Perfect response. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goal from Cole Palmer. Great. You know what? I was giving the referee shit. Fantastic fucking advantage from the referee there. Well done. It could have been a red card. There was an offence off the ball. And that we're getting really... Even though he's played on and we've gotten the goal... Good work from Caicedo as well. Beautiful from Caicedo to get the ball out under pressure. Good. It's an assist from Malo Gusto as well, by the way. Very smart play from him. Little 1-2 with Cole Palmer in the box. And he slides it into the top left corner. That's my number 10. I think I have to kick up the arse that we needed, honestly, that penalty. It's got us into gear. Maresca's been given a yellow for protesting against the referee here. I think it's because he's talking. Yeah, because it's João Pedro's been completely and utterly blocked off. They're not showing a replay of it for some fucking reason, but he's been completely blocked off by Jonathan Tah in the middle before the advantage has been played, and there's an argument of this could be a red card. Should at least be a yellow, from what I saw. Oh, Tah did get a yellow in the end. He did get a yellow, actually. Maresca is very pissed off, and Willy Caballero is having to get him away from the fourth official. Kickoff will be happening again soon, now that João Pedro has picked himself up from the floor. That's the perfect response, because now it's not as bad. And again, that's what I said in my preview, those quick breaks where they leave their players 1v1, they leave the two centre-backs 1v1, they can't deal with them. It's a real problem for them at times, because they commit so high. Oh, is that, you know what? There's actually a bit of dark arts from João Pedro there, because he's actually dragging Tah back a little bit before the foul. It will be a goal kick for Chelsea here with Sanchez. He's going to take a long one, and our whole team has gone up the pitch now. We've really decided, hey, we're not doing the short thing anymore. Long ball will go to the direction of João Pedro, who gets on the end of it very well. The ball will be cleared, however, by Jonathan Tah. It deflected off a Chelsea player, though. It will be a Bayern throw on the right side. Tah, obviously now on a yellow card, is a target for us to run into, hopefully. He won't be able to make too many dodgy tackles. Caicedo does well to get the ball to Malo Gusto. Back to Sanchez. He needs an option here. He gets it with Tosin. Ball in the middle to Caicedo is a good one. We've played the ball out here beautifully. Chalobah. Cole Palmer. Chalobah making an overlap here. Cole Palmer's looking for options. Gets past one. He can't get past two, though. Asking a little bit too much of himself. Cucurella shows great pace to get there ahead of Elise, and he's shoved him in the back 2 hands. That's got to be a yellow. Absolutely no intention of getting the ball there. What the fuck? He's a target. Yes, indeed. Here's James. Malo Gusto plays a left-footed ball through the centre. It's a good one. Here's Joao Pedro, who's being absolutely manhandled by Jonathan Tah again, but he's Cruyff turned it past him. Gets it past Elise too. He's blocked up. Elise's now blocked off Joao Pedro. Give him a yellow. That's a second egregious foul he's done in the space of about 30 seconds. They're blocking all of our counter-attacks. Come on, man. It's a great, again, it's great play from Joao Pedro. He's got Tah on fucking toast at the moment. Good win by Caicedo. In behind is Pedro Neto here on the left-hand side. Can he get the pass right? Gets it to Caicedo on the edge of the box. He's going to take a strike and off balance. It's never going to go in from there. After getting his goal against Brentford, you'd think he'd take another strike, but yeah, he was very off balance there. It's Pavlovic. There's an ole 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 Chelsea chant going through the stadium now as well. With the Chelsea away fans are starting to pick up their voices. There's been some encouraging signs in the last 10 minutes from us. We are making inroads. Here's Elise. Tackled by Pedro Neto, and they will get another throw here. Here's Gnabry. Upamecano, under pressure from Joao Pedro. Tah will bring the ball forward. Here's Kimmich. Pavlovic. Long ball will be cut out by Cucurella. There's another chance for a break here if Joao Pedro can get his head up. Good work from Caicedo to get it to Reece James. Interchange with Enzo. Oh, Pedro Neto can't get on the end of his pass though, and it's going to roll out for Neuer. There's some really good football being played in the middle by Chelsea. It's just the final ball, again, kind of lacking at times. Great interception from Caicedo again. Enzo will get the ball through. Lima has taken a late one from Enzo after he played the pass, but we will continue here. Here's Reece James. Caicedo to Chalobah. Caicedo has really started to pick up his game in the last 10 minutes as well. He's starting to get involved a lot more. Here's Palmer. Good ball in for Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto will strike it against Upamecano, and Neto will take a strike, and it's high and wide. My other half is a very big Resi fan, and that's made me giggle. That has made me giggle a lot. Here's Kimmich. 10 minutes to go in this half. Upamecano plays the ball down the line for Elise. Back to Upamecano. Here's Gnabry, who's dropped into centre-back. Jonathan Tah. Here's Stanisic. Back to Tah. They're trying to keep the ball here a little bit because it has been getting a bit hectic and we've been getting opportunities. Here's Harry Kane in the middle. Lovely pass from him out to Elise. Cuts it into his left foot. He's tackled by Enzo Fernandez. Here's Kimmich. Back to Elise. It's Upamecano again. Kimmich on the right side. Heavy pressure from Cole Palmer here to force them all the way back to Neuer. Tah will play the ball forward for Stanisic. Sorry. Elise has played the ball into Lima, and it's a good shot from him, but it drags it wide. little bit of miscommunication between JP and Cuckoo there. Will be a long goal kick from Sanchez here. Plays a short pass, actually, to Cole Palmer on the right-hand side. Smart decision there. Here's Tosin in the middle. Cucurella through the middle for Caicedo. It's a great pass. He plays the ball forward for Cole Palmer. Plays it into Neto. It's a little bit wide for him. He will dink the ball back, but it's off balance and it will just go to Lima. Elise slips on the ball. Manages to recover well, though, is Gnabry. Off the ball foul from Gnabry on Enzo there, but they're going to be playing the ball on. Here's Elise. Diaz up against Gusto. Reverse pass for Pavlovic in the box. Dinks it into the box and Tosin will head it clear. Here's Kimmich again. Gnabry dinks the ball in behind and Malagusto switched off and Diaz ran in on the back post and didn't get a connection on it. I think Gusto actually recovers really well here after switching off. Oh, he would have been offside anyway. It's Upamecano. He'll move the ball to the right-hand side. Here's Elise. Plays a beautiful ball in for Harry Kane. He will take a strike, and it's great defending from Tosin. Yeah, it's a good block from Tosin there. Corner for Bayern. He's not going to concede anything silly before half-time. Elise to play the ball short for Gnabry. Back to Kimmich. He'll swing the ball in from the right side. It's easily cleared by Reece James to the front post. Here's Kimmich again. Switch ball on his left foot to the left side for Pavlovic, I believe this is. He's up against Malagusto. It will be a corner. Good work to hold the ball up, though. There's actually Diaz on that left side. There's too many players with 4 on the back of their shirts on that left side. Another corner for Bayern. I'd imagine this one goes short too. We'll go into the box instead. And it's punched away by Sanchez quite confidently. Elise hits it early and it's bounced to the wide hand, the wide right of the goal. It was a bobbler off the turf. It can always be kind of difficult for keepers. But yeah, just a couple of feet off target. Goal kick for Chelsea. We're going to start passing it short this time. Long ball from Chalobah up to João Pedro. He's up against Tar and he's conceded a foul. They're taking it quickly here. They want to go get more. Joao Pedro just switched off there. If he was switched on there, he would have got the ball off of Kimmich because he had a very loose touch there in the middle. I think the energy levels of our team have gone down dramatically since the start, and it's making it way more comfortable for them. Although Cuckoo has won the ball here. Switch ball from Enzo Fernandez. We'll try and play the ball in for Palmer, but he's unable to get on the end of that, and Neuer will sweep up, as he so often has. Here's Pavlovic. Here's Tar. Upamecano. Here's Elise up against Cucurella. He's backing off and backing off and backing off, and does well to block the cross that eventually comes in and will be a corner again for Bayern, getting a lot of these in the later stages of the game. Or the half, rather. Will be Elise to take. Ball into the back post is tried to be claimed by Sanchez, and he got a finger to it, but it will just be another corner. Sanchez has been very much kind of tasked with trying to come out and punch these balls. He's been trying to high claim every single one of these. Will be another corner taken by Kimmich. Ball into the back post once again. It's Upamecano who gets under it, but it's cleared by Tosin. Here's Lima. Pavlovic will play the ball into Jonathan Tah in the box. It will be cleared, though. The flag was up against Tah anyway. Yeah, he's off. He's off by an absolute mile. Sanchez will take the free kick, and he's going to take this log. Here, Lima will clear it forward. Here's Harry Kane. Pavlovic. A little bit too much on the pass forward for Diaz. Sanchez to Chalobah. Reece James. Tosin. Ball through the middle for Enzo Fernandez. He does well up against Upamecano, or well as he could have done. He has lost the ball out, though. Here's Lima on the right side. High press from Neto. Lovely little touch from Elise to get it to Gnabry. His ball to the left-hand side goes to Pavlovic. Here's Diaz. Laid off for Stanisic. Here's Lima. Elise on the right side up against Cucurella. Cuts it onto his left foot, and he's, again, won another corner. So we've really, really fizzled out in the second half. Or in the second half of the first half, where like our energy levels have dropped. Elise to take the corner. This should be the final action of the half. It will go to the back post, and it's claimed by Sanchez. And the halftime whistle has been... And the halftime whistle has been has been blown. And to be fair, even though we are a goal down, I'm not too fussed because they're only ahead because of a dodgy penalty call and the referee getting in the way of of the ball and get us conceding a own goal. So I'm not too fussed about that. I think there's definitely work for us to do in the second half, and I think we can get back into it. I think there's a question of whether we should make some substitutions at half time because certain players aren't really getting into the game. Personally, I'd probably put on Garnacho, honestly. Someone like that. I am going to quickly move to the Be Right Back screen, so do bear with me. And we'll I'll be back in a little bit here. Alrighty, we are back. There we go. I've been looking at some of the Twitter things at the moment. I think someone, I forget who it was. I think it might have been Con or someone. I'm not sure. Posted something which I think is sums up the game pretty well. It says Chelsea have done very well to come back against 12-man Bayern Munich, and I think that sums up how the game has gone so far. I just looked at the foul that actually leads to them getting the foul that leads to them getting that free kick, which then is drop balled and we concede from, isn't even a foul. So, genuinely, every single one of their goals are controversial. I would love to see. I would like to see someone like Nacho or Esteval come off the bench. Honestly, maybe not at half time, but soonish. I don't think that Pedro Neto has been particularly good so far today. It seems to be a recurring theme of whoever's on that left wing just not providing, unfortunately. So I would hope to see, maybe Nacho come on that side, or bring on Esteval and move Palmer into the centre. Got to see Ted Kerr off the bench. Yeah, hashtag United legend Ted Kerr, by the way. It's good to see it. Good to see representation. It's weird that Slanina's not in the squad, but I guess you kind of don't want to take up your slots. Speaking of which, that's a good thing to see. In case you missed it, Facundo Buonanotte being included in the UCL squad now because Sugo has pulled out because of his injury, or rather his surgery, anyway. Timeline's going absolutely crazy for the Cole Palmer goal. And VAR, so apparently VAR didn't even look at the tar challenge on the halfway line, by the way. How bad was the own goal and penalty giveaway? Well, the penalty wasn't a foul at all, in my opinion. I think Kane goes down very easily. We know he's going to score from the spot. The own goal was off of the result of the referee getting in the way of a free kick, giving a drop ball, and us switching off because he's dropped the ball really quickly and we didn't really, pay attention. Ball fizzed across the box and Chalobah's put it into his own net. Kinder Buonanotte is official now. I like all the memes because like everyone was saying to him like, bro, you're not going to be playing in the Champions League, and everyone was like taking the piss out of him. And now he's like, look now, look now, I'm in the squad. And yeah, the free kick that we actually concede the first goal from is not even a foul either. So I've just seen that Jonathan Tah challenge again, and that is absolutely horrific. By the way, how the fuck he's not been red carded for that? I have no idea. The entire timeline is just talking about the referee. This is the thing which is really annoying. I don't want to have situations where we talk about the referee rather than the football, but that's the way it kind of goes nowadays because the referees just want to make a name for themselves. At least one thing, Atletico have got a goal back against Liverpool. Inter are ahead against Ajax, and PSG are 2 up against Atalanta as well. Hurricane is warming up. Someone is coming on for them. It's Kim Min Jae, I think, is coming on. I imagine he'll be coming on for Jonathan Tah. Give me a second. Just gonna. Oh. Getting a change of attire. No free belly pictures for you. I apologise. I've also just realised that entire time I didn't stop the timer. Yeah, Kim and Jai coming on. I imagine he's coming on for Tar. I would hope he's coming on for Upamecano. Oh, wait, who was that? Is that Kimmich? I didn't see what the number was. I think it might have been Kimmich that's coming off. No, it is Tar. Tar coming off. Kim and Jai, a notable improvement on Jonathan Tar, I would imagine, from what I've seen online, anyway. Get ready to start the second half here. Will be Chelsea taking the kickoff from left to right. Cole Palmer is on the ball in the centre circle. And here we go. Second half starting. Kim and Jay is liable to a mistake quite often. Yeah. Basically, what I've kind of seen from Bayern fans online is that Tar is a bit more defensively suspect than him, though. Let's hope he makes a mistake here. Chelsea starting very well. Here's Chalobah. Ball out wide right to Malagusto, who is very high now. Tosin in the middle. Through to Caicedo. Good ball from him to Cole Palmer. Little ball around the corner for Joao Pedro, but the aforementioned Kim and Jai will cut that ball out. Here's Caicedo again. I would like to see us get the ball into Caicedo more. Good ball over the top for Malagusto. He can't get a touch on it, but he is still on the ball. And the flag will now go up. I did think he was offside in the first look. Oh, he's massive. He's about 2 meters offside. But yeah, I'd like to see us play the ball into Caicedo more in the middle. We haven't really been giving him the ball enough under pressure where he can kind of turn out and get forward. Jonathan Tah on the bench is sitting next to Nicholas Jackson. It'll be Neuer to take the resulting free kick. Long ball from Neuer into the left channel. Kane will knock the ball on. Cleared by Tosin. Cleared further by James. Here's Kimmich. Upamecano will play the ball into Elise. Good work from him to get it back to Lima. He is now going to be forced all the way back to his own half, though, by Cucurella. High press from Chelsea will force them back to Neuer. Here's Pavlovic on the left-hand side. He's up against Palmer. Long ball from him will be won in the air by Chalobah, and there's a clash of heads or something with Stanisic. He's not holding his head. The referee's played the ball on, and Caicedo has mopped up the ball, though I think he might have been offside anyway. They have now stopped it for this injury, even though he's not holding his head for some reason. I don't know why he's stopping the game, because it's not a head injury. And we are on the ball. Here we go. Oh, we're 2.5 minutes into the first half. The referee's already fucking pissing me off. He doesn't even touch him. He just falls. He just jumps up for the ball and then falls on the floor like an idiot. Fucking useless. Absolute useless fucking bastards. They will be momentarily down to 10 men as Stanisic is off the pitch. So maybe we can use that to our advantage. Here's Caicedo. He has now just been ushered back on. Here's Tosin. Good ball from him into Joao Pedro up against Kim Min-jae. He does really well. Reece James will switch the ball out to Cole Palmer on the right, wide right. Dinked ball in behind, but he can't get it through past Pavlovic. Reece James has won the ball in the middle again. Good work from him. And he will recycle the ball back to Chalobah. Caicedo under pressure will get it through to Reece James. He'll get it through to Joao Pedro, but he's taken the ball off of him by Kim Min-jae. Great tackle from Malo Gusto. Fantastic challenge from Gusto to stop Diaz going through, I believe that was. Sanchez will play the ball low and to the right for Malo Gusto. It's a really, really good ball if he could have got on the end of it. It was a little bit too much pace on the ball. Someone has just gone down. I think it's Stanisic. Yeah, he's fallen back down on the floor again. So, good attempt from Sanchez there with the daisy cutter, but just a little too much on it. Might be a forced change for Bayern Munich here. God, if that ball is slightly weaker, Gusto is absolutely free because Stanisic has gone down. It looks like Sasha Bowie, who's going to be the man who comes on. Naturally a right back, I believe, but you can play on the left too. It's 5 minutes of the game already gone, or 5 minutes of the half have already gone, and nothing has happened because of players being down and stoppages and stuff. Baba Booey. Conrad Lima to take the throw. Kim Min-jae will try and clear the ball, and it will just go straight off the pitch for a Chelsea throw now. There's one of those mistakes that we have been talking about. Cole Palmer will leave the throw for Gusto and does get on the ball here. Here's Reece James back to Chalobah. Tosin Adarabioyo. Cucurella will play the ball forward for Joao Pedro. Good work from him to get it past Kim Min-jae and get it into Pedro Neto. He will try and get the ball through on his left foot. It's back to Pedro here. Across the box, here's Reece James. He can take a thunderbolt, and he will take a very tame effort towards the goal, and Neuer will swoop that up. The ball into James needed to come quicker there. There was a bit too much hesitancy. Kim Min-jae has not been doing particularly well so far up against Joao Pedro. He's been very, very good so far as well. Ball over the top will fall to Caicedo. Here's Tosin. Malo Gusto. Reece James. Run from Enzo in the middle will open up the space for the left-hand side for Pedro Neto to get the ball. He nods it on to Enzo. Neto will burst around the outside, trying to get the better of Bowie. Oh boy. And he's done really well there, the Frenchman, honestly. They will clear the ball, though. Lots of pressure from Chelsea here. We're controlling the possession and not really letting them get out. Here's Sanchez. Here's Palmer. Reece James to Caicedo. Tosin to Sanchez. Option of Chalobah on the right side. He will just go long on down the right channel instead. Diaz will try and get it, but Gusto will win the ball back. He's tackled. Here's Kimmich. Long ball over the top. and it will not go to Harry Kane. Instead, Sanchez will claim. Here's Enzo. Dropping a bit deeper here to try and play make. He will play a beautiful ball through the lines to Malo Gusto. He's got so much space here. Cole Palmer on the right side. Up against Gnabry. Tries to dink the ball in. It's deflected. And it has been cleared eventually by Upamecano. Only as far as Cucurella, though. He will get the ball to Neto. He's dealt with pretty comfortably by Boué. Here's Elise. Pavlovic, who's under a lot of pressure from Reece James here. Kim Min-jae has to clear. Swept up by Caicedo. He does really well up against Gnabry as well. Plays the ball forward. It won't fall for Enzo, unfortunately. We're playing this high press really, really high now, and we're starting to cause them issues. Long ball from Neuer. Again, will just fall to a Chelsea player. But Elise's done really well here. And here's Kimmich running forward. He's found Kane in the middle. Diaz on the left. We'll take a strike, and it's a tame effort straight at Sanchez. There's an opportunity for us to break here as well. We're going to go forward. It's Enzo. He's been fouled by Enzo, but he's... And why has the referee not played the fucking advantage when it's gone straight to our player, man? And he's not going to be getting a yellow for that either. What's the... Oh, man, this guy. If you told me that this was the referee's first game of professional football, I would not be surprised, genuinely. Here's Cole Palmer on the right side. Nutmeg on Conrad Lima, gets it past him. Confidence flowing for the Chelsea now. Here's Enzo to Caicedo. Pedro Neto on the left side. Up against Boué. He's going to go around the outside. He's tackled and wins a throw, though. Caicedo to Jalabar. Malo Gusto. Caicedo will play the little reverse ball under pressure, and Lima will deal with it. Cleared by Kimmich back to Neuer. Yeah, we're starting really well this half. We're thoroughly on top so far. They do have an opportunity to get some pressure, some possession here though. Here's Lima. I should mention as well, Lima has moved to the left-hand side as Boué has gone on to the right side. Here is Harry Kane, and it's a fantastic save from Sanchez. Shot was straight at him, but good work for Sanchez. Good positioning from him. Good work from... Yeah, it's a really good run from Kane, honestly. It's on his left foot, and that's basically the only reason why you'd say he hasn't scored there is because it's on his weaker side. Will be a corner. It will be Kimmich to take. They've taken it short to Gnabry. Here's Elise on the left side. He will whip it in on the left peg. It will be cleared by João Pedro. Here's Boué on the ball. And Chelsea will try and get out here. Neuer. Upamecano, who's down the right wing. He's ran the ball off the pitch. Getting a bit of a nosebleed up there, lad. Cucurella on the left side being booed, as ever. As he takes the throw. It's a long throw from him. It will be held up by João Pedro. He was dragged back there by Boué, but the referee has given a throw in their favour rather than the foul. It's Kim Min-jae. Lima back to him. His Upamecano. Bayern getting a little bit more of the ball now, getting a bit more comfortable. João Pedro puts on the pressure on Upamecano. He nearly gives the ball away, but does well to get it to his centre-back partner. Kane has dropped into CDM to collect the ball. Here's Lima on the left side. Ooh, a little bit of a loose touch from Neuer, and we nearly sniffed out a chance there, but he will get the ball forward. Here's Boué. Elise. Good ball into the middle for Harry Kane. Boué will play it back to Kane. He gets it back to... Oh, it's a fantastic save. It's a wonderful save from Sanchez. It's a certain goal denied. And now Pavlovic has fouled Palmer on the way out. What a save. Who is it in the middle? I think it's Gnabry, right? Yeah, Gnabry. No, it's Elise, rather, in the middle. Good work. Really good reaction from Sanchez, because he dives prematurely, and then he has to get his hand down smartly to his right-hand side to save that. Long ball from Sanchez now. Good ball into the middle for João Pedro, who is being absolutely manhandled by Kim Min-jae, but the referee's played advantage. Here's Caicedo. Here's Chalobah on the right side. Gusto will swing a left foot at it, and it will just go through to Neuer. Need to be taking more care in those scenarios. Here's Pavlovic. 30 minutes to go. Here's Kimmich. Kim Min-jae. Diaz back to Kimmich. Here's Pavlovic. They're really settled into their rhythm again now. Here's Elise. Boué has somehow got past Neto, and the ball has gone to the back post, and no one is there. Malo Gusto got some time now to work with. Here's Palmer. He's been tackled by Conrad Lima. Loose from Palmer, man. First time, really, he's been caught on the ball. Here's Kane. Diaz on the left side. Here's Kimmich. Looking to play the ball to the right side. Elise with a little dinked pass into Pavlovic. Back to Elise. Is forced back by Neto, though. Offside, potentially, on Boué, but they've not raised the flag, and they will continue to play. And now the flag does go up. It's Kane, and he scored. I don't even know what happened, because they were showing fucking replays. Can't even tell what happened, because they were showing fucking replays instead of playing the game. Showing the game. It's Chalobah on the ball. It's Malo Gusto getting pressured, and yeah. It's broken really, unfortunately for Kane. Let's be honest. It's very lucky that it's fallen for him, but Gusto needs to be clearing the ball quicker, man. I would like to see us take Gusto off, put James into right back. We need to be making substitutions now. It's taken too long to make them. Pavlovic is now coming off for Leon Goretzka. There's no movement on our bench yet, which is frustrating as all hell. We need goals, and we're not making anything. We're not trying to change anything. It's doing my head in. Oh, there's another giveaway by Cucurella. And Neto has just passed it straight to Goretzka for no reason. Bruv, take him off, man. He's been so shit today. He's literally done nothing on that left-hand side. I don't know why we keep trying to force Neto on the left side. It's not. He doesn't play well there. Neuer will play the long ball. Will be a Chelsea throw on the right side. Here's Malagusto. Garnacho and Andre Santos are the players that are warming up on the left-hand side. Long ball from Sanchez to the left. And there's too much on it and Neto can't control it and it's gone out for another throw. I'm assuming it'll be Neto who comes off here for Nacho. I would hope what's going to happen here is that Gusto is going to come off, James is going to go into right back, and Santos is going to come in the midfield. That is what I would hope is going to be happening, because Gusto has not been good enough on the right side. And then Neto off for Nacho. Don't have a chance to watch the game. Is it that bad? Not particularly. It's just frustrating. It's one of those things. Like both of their first two goals are very controversial, and then the second goal is just from an individual mistake. I don't think Bayern have particularly played better than us in any way. They've just like, you know, that's football. Just shit's gone their way that hasn't gone our way. Good little dummy from Chalobah, and he's going to burst down the right hand side up against Kim Min-jae, who will easily get the ball back to Neuer. Ball out wide to Boué. Honestly, I just want the ball to go out so we can make our subs. I don't want to see Neto on the pitch anymore. Good little bit of skill from Elise to get past Cucurella, but they will be forced back again. Is Goretzka driving through the middle as he so often does. He's attracted 3 players towards him. Here's Luis Diaz on the left side up against Malagusto. Cuts it back to the edge of the box. Here's Boué. Elise on his left foot. And, oh, it's a sighter that misses to the wide right of the goal. And now the Chelsea changes will come in. So yeah, it is Neto coming off for Garnacho, as I kind of expected. This next one with Andre Santos coming on is a bit more interesting. Because I want to see who he's coming on for. Is he coming on for... He is just coming on for Reece James. So Gusto's staying at right back. It's a straight swap in that position too. We really haven't seen enough of Santos so far this campaign, honestly. I would have liked to have seen him a bit more. Here's Kimmich. Conrad Laimer on the left side. Harry Kane is Bue up against Garnacho and Cucurella. Elise. We're just allowing Bayern to have too much fucking time on the ball, man. We're not even trying to press them at this point. Here's Lima on the left-hand side. It's Diaz. Kim Min-jae. Now we're going to try and get a little bit further up the pitch here. 20 minutes to go. Here's Kim Min-jae. Here's Elise. Back to Gnabry, who's in a deeper role now. Goretzka. His pass is cut out by Cole Palmer, but it will fall kindly to Lima. Here's Kim Min-jae. There just doesn't seem to be any desire from any of our players in the forward line to get forward and try and actually get the ball back. We're kind of just waiting for them to make a mistake. There's the first one from them, and then Gusto is giving the ball away again. Why he's still on the pitch, I have no idea. And now they just play it through us, because our press is lazy. Long ball over the top for Elise. He will chase this. He has got Cucurella for company. Cuts into his left foot. He's drifted in way too easily, but we will deal with it. Here's Enzo, who just gives the ball away again. He does now have the captain's armband. Tosin being a bit too cute in the centre there, and the ball will break for Caicedo, though. Okay, opportunity for us to go forward here. Here's Garnacho. Joao Pedro on the left side. Up against Gnabry. He will retain the ball. Here's Andre Santos to Caicedo. Back to the Brazilian. He'll get it out wide to Cole Palmer, who's still on this right side. He'll dink the ball into the back post. It falls for... Oh, it was going to fall for Garnacho, but it's a really good intervention by Goretzka, I believe that is, in the middle. Bayern now have the opportunity to drive forward. They are not really taking it. Instead, deciding to retain the ball. Here's Kimmich. Here's the ball all the way back to Neuer. He'll take a long pass. Not gone where they wanted it, though. Chelsea will retain the ball here. Here's Chalobah. Andre Santos. Cole Palmer. Lovely ball from Cole Palmer to Joao Pedro, who's running in behind, who's had Kim Min-jae on toast for the majority of this half. Here's Gusto to Santos. Caicedo. Enzo. Ball out to Garnacho. We're moving the ball quicker here. That's what we need. Garnacho can take shots from these types of positions when he wants to. Enzo will dink the ball in. It loops up over the top for Joao Pedro. Little dink over the top from him. It's fallen for Malo Gusto on the right side. He's been fouled by Diaz, and that could be a penalty. I don't know if it's inside the box or not. I think it's outside. They've given it. I think it was close. I'm pretty sure that was outside. Yeah, it's outside. Oh, it's a really nasty one, to be fair, on the back of his Achilles. It's not intentional, but that is a nasty, nasty challenge. A goal from this set piece, and we're back into the game. Pray to Bernardo Cueva. Such a lucky man. Every single one of Bayern's goals have had some kind of luck involved in them. It's actually ridiculous. I can't believe that third goal that they scored is so lucky that it's just perfectly ricocheted off of Gusto straight through to Harry Kane. Like, you just can't write it. It will be Enzo to take this free kick. High and wide on the right side. Dinked in. It will not beat the first man. It will fall to Cole Palmer, who will take a really audacious effort, and I don't know why he's done that, honestly. Why the fuck have you done that? I think the players' heads are dropped at this point as well. This doesn't help. Harry Kane will play the ball back to Upamecano under pressure. Neuer will have to clear. It falls to Tosin. Here's Chalobah. He's fouled by Kane. Free kick will be taken quickly. Here's Palmer. Santos. Palmer again. Here's Caicedo. Cucurella to Garnacho. Forced back to Tosin. Good ball through the centre from Tosin, but Palmer's received it and not played the ball. Caicedo nearly gets through Malagusto. And then Santos has given away a foul, apparently, in the middle. I think there was something off the ball there from him, I'm not sure. On Kimmich. It's a loose ball from Boué, and Chelsea got the ball again here. Here's Caicedo. Garnacho's running in on the left-hand side, and the pass is not good enough from the Ecuadorian. High pressure from him again. I love the energy I'm seeing from Garnacho so far. Conrad Lima. Harry Kane has done well up against Chalobah, who's taken an arm in the face there, but the referee plays on. Fernandez is matching Kane all the way and wins the foul. Good work from him. No, I think it's going to be a check on Chalobah because he's down. No, it's not. There's nothing in that. I don't know what Chalobah's doing. Just get up, man. Unless he's, I think he might. Maybe he's done something to his shoulder. It looks like. Don't know if he's. Maybe a collarbone issue. I'm not sure. Someone is warming up on the right side. It's Esteval is warming up. I imagine he's going to be coming on for Malagusto. Or maybe Enzo, actually. Probably. I'm not sure what actually happened to Chalobah there. I think he might have dislocated his shoulder or something. There wasn't any contact on the arm that he's holding. Really bizarre. It seems to be fine. I'm really not sure what's gone on there. It will be Sanchez to take the resulting free kick from the foul from Kane. Long ball into Joao Pedro up against Kim Min-jae, who's done well to win the ball. Here's Kane in the middle to Elise. Cucurella's done well to win the ball from him. But Enzo's pass forward is not good again. Chalobah now back on the pitch. Little dinked ball forward to Boué from Elise. He'll play the ball into the centre and it'll be deflected straight into the path of Sanchez, who will try and get us going quickly here if we can. Here's Gusto. Back to Sanchez. Time for Caicedo to turn around and get up the pitch. Well, it just seems like there's no urgency in our team, man. Go up the pitch. Cucurella to Garnacho. Up against Boué. Here's Enzo. Back to Tosin. Caicedo. Good ball into Joao Pedro, who's dropped deep. Out wide to Malo Gusto, who's somehow still on the pitch. Here's Palmer. Joao Pedro again does well. Andre Santos. He's just trying to do... Pedro's trying to do too much on his own. He's not getting any help either, which doesn't help. Here's Kane in a deep position. Luis Diaz. His ball is cut out by Malo Gusto. I saw Esteval warming up on the right-hand side, and I don't know where he's not coming on. Here's Garnacho, does well to get past Boué. Chelsea throw on the left side. Now Esteval will come on. And he is coming on for Enzo, like I theorised. Caicedo will now take the captain's armband. If we're not going to get back into this game, which it doesn't seem like we are, at least give me an Esteval goal so I can go home happy. Esteval has gone into midfield here, actually. He's not on the right side. He's playing as one of the 10s on the left side. Santos with the ball forward. It will break straight to Manuel Neuer. Out to Conrad Lima. Back to Neuer. Ooh, risky pass from Kimmich, and Neuer has to clear it. Tosin will win the ball in the air. But they've played their way out pretty nicely here. Here's Lima. Ball deflected off of Gusto for a throw. Here's Kim Min-jae. Upamecano. Ball blocked by Cucurella, and now we get back on the ball with Tosin. Here's Sanchez. Long ball down the right-hand side, which Malo Gusto won't get on the end of once again. Oh my god, this guy's fucking infuriating, I can't lie. Long ball will be dealt with by Tosin, who's fouled, and the referee's given nothing. And he's allowed them to play on, and here's Luis Diaz, who's going to get a shot, and he's probably going to score here, isn't he? Nope, good save from Sanchez. And the flag finally goes up for the offside. It's fucking useless referee, honestly. And Diaz has gotten hurt because of it as well, because they didn't just fucking call the offside. Stupid fucking officials, man. It's so shit. It's just fucking stupid, isn't it? He's a fucking whole foot offside and they haven't called it, and now Diaz has gotten injured because of it. It's fucking stupid. It's a foul by Elise on Cucurella, and he will get a yellow card for it. And at the same time, Llorente has just equalised against Liverpool. Here's Andre Santos. Caicedo. Tosin. Ball in the middle for Joao Pedro. Good turn from him. He gets past Conrad Lima and he's brought down very cynically, and it's a yellow card. The amount of times that has happened to Joao Pedro in this game, by the way, is absolutely ridiculous. Every single one of our breaks has been broken up by one of these fouls, and this is like one of the only times they've actually been carded for it. Ball out to Garnacho on the left-hand side. He'll get it back to Cucurella. Andre Santos. Caicedo into Santos. Lovely flick ball around the corner for him. Oh, nearly gets the ball through to Joao Pedro, but not able to. Here's Estival. Garnacho. Dinked ball into the back post where Malagusto was, but it's cleared. Here's Chalobah again. Estival back to Cucurella. Back to Estival. Made Upamecano look like a fool. Plays it into Joao Pedro. Good hold-up play from him. Here's Santos to Chalobah. Cucurella. Here's Garnacho. Up against Boué. Can he take him on? Back to Cucurella. Ball over the top from Caicedo is a good one to Garnacho. Gets it into the middle, and Kim Min-jae is there to clear it. Cucurella does well up against Elise to retain the ball. Here's Caicedo once again. Back to Chalobah. Gusto on the right side. Here's Chalobah. Through the lines to Joao Pedro. Good work from him. Gets past Upamecano. Here's Caicedo. Andre Santos cannot get a good touch. We've really suffered. You know what? We've really suffered from not having an out-and-out striker on the pitch, because Joao Pedro is trying to drop deep all the time and we don't have anyone to run in behind. Good work from Cucurella to win the ball off Elise. Ball forward from Caicedo. Garnacho's got a chance to run at his man now. Plays in Estival. He plays the ball across the box and no one goes into the box for some reason. Our whole team just gave up on it. Oh my God. Tosin with a good intervention. Here's Garnacho. Into the box. Takes a strike and it's straight at Neuer. It's positive from him. Long ball will go over the top and Chalobah will retain the ball. Gusto to Santos. Here's Estival. Does well to get past Elise. Here's Garnacho once again on the left side. Joao Pedro to Santos. Here's Gusto. Back to Santos. Our striker is outside the box at the moment. Good ball in for Palmer. It's a fantastic goal from Cole Palmer. It's a lovely, lovely goal, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We've seen stranger things though in the Champions League, and there has been a lot of stoppages, so there could be a lot of added time here. It's a beautiful ball. I think is it Santos who plays the ball? Yeah, Andre Santos with an absolutely... Oh, he's offside. He's offside by a mile. Never mind. Before they've even checked it, I'm taking it off, man. He's clearly off. Yeah, ridiculous. Do they not have the semi-automated offside or something? Why are they taking a VAR check to confirm whether this is offside or not? Yeah, it's off. Couple of Bayern changes. Nicholas Jackson will be coming on for Harry Kane. I don't recognise who the other player is, if I'm being honest. I think it's one of the youngsters, Bischoff, maybe. Who's coming on for Gnabry. The fact they've only added on 6 minutes is absolutely egregious, by the way, because the first 5 minutes of the half were pretty much not even being played because there was 2 stoppages. There's stoppages for VAR checks. There's been loads of players down. How the hell is it only 6 minutes? I genuinely believe if Delap wasn't injured, we probably would have done way better in this game. That is the issue, is that obviously Joao Pedro is dropping into those positions and he's holding up the ball well, but he turns around and there's no one to pass it to. Because he's the furthest man forward. There's Diaz. Tackle by Gusto will be another Bayern throw, and they're going to waste time at every single opportunity, so... Here's Upamecano. Foul from Estival on Kimmich. And of course he's going to milk this for as long as fucking possible and stay on the floor. Here's Lima. Good win by Joao Pedro. Here's Palmer on the right side. Goretzka will come across and win the ball for them. Here's Gusto. What in God's name is Caicedo doing? Oh my god. Jackson taking a rather audacious effort as Sanchez is off his line. Here's Tosin. Ball forward for Palmer. Good work from him to get it to Joao Pedro. He's fouled by Kim Min-jae. How many times is he going to be fouled like this, man? Protect the players, ref. Christ. It's Caicedo once more. Joao Pedro again. Cole Palmer will switch the ball for Garnacho. Great ball. Great touch from him as well. Up against Boué. Will go around the outside. Gets the ball into the middle. And again, no one's there because Joao Pedro's not in the box. Caicedo will get it out to Malagusto, though. A whipped across the box, and it's a corner for Chelsea. We're starting to play the game now. We've actually started to play the game way too fucking late. We literally wasted about 30 minutes of this half just not playing the game. Not even trying to go forward. 2 minutes of the additional time to play, and we do have a corner. Maybe we can get one back and stop the goal difference from being so poor. It's Esteval to take the corner. Ball into the near post. It's for Tosin. It will be swung at by Andre Santos, who I think is really hurt here. And Upamecano will try and get forward. Good tackle from Tosin to stop him. Palmer will carry the ball forward. Here's Garnacho. Joao Pedro stands on the edge of the box for some reason. Get in the area, for the love of Christ. Good ball in for Garnacho once again. Cucurella on the left side. Palmer. Wins another corner maybe? Nope, it deflects up for Neuer to claim. Santos has left one on. Don't you fucking dare give him a yellow for that. You fucking loser. You absolute twat. It's his first fucking tackle and they've given him a yellow after all the shit that's been happening to Joao Pedro all game. And of course, at the same time, Van Dijk scored a fucking late winner for Liverpool. Fuck me. This is fucking annoying, man. This has been an absolutely egregious fucking evening. Long ball from Goretzka. Cucurella will win it in the air. Will fall to Boué. Watch this fucking shit cunt of a referee blow the whistle at exactly 6 minutes here, by the way. He's blown it before the 6 minutes is even up. And there's stoppages in that 6 minutes. Man, this guy's gonna get death threats in the morning, I tell you. Honestly. What a fucking waste of time. What a fucking waste of time, honestly. Useless fucking thing. Let's quickly do the bingo, and then I'm going to come off because my head's on Mars after that shit, honestly. I've got to do all of my Control-Z-ing. Of course. Boom. Let's do the bingo. Forgot the timer. I don't think I did forget the timer today. I think I was pretty on with that. Palmer player of the match. For us, yes, he definitely was. No clean sheet. Was I right about tactics? Pretty much, but yeah, I'm gonna take this. Garnacho up. We do get no Esteval goal or assist. Caicedo enemy number 1. We had that in the first half. Sanchez wonder save. Yep, we had one of those. On second look, I think I had one of these. I'm not sure. No unlikely goal scorers. I don't remember this. No mark return. This times 10. I'm gonna give the free space for there being, 12 men on Bayern's side of the pitch. Over 2 Argentina players. We don't get this. We don't get correct prediction. We don't have referee standards being higher. VAR goal. No. Weird sub. Yeah. Weird sub being why the fuck was Gusto still on the pitch? Palmer goal / assist. Yeah, we get that. I don't think James gets an assist. Are any of the things a worldie? I wouldn't class our goals a worldie. It's a good goal, but yeah. Apart from that, no bingos today. And yeah, again, this is just a frustrating evening all round. I'll be doing a grayscale on this game in particular because of certain things that I want to get off my chest. So we'll have that go live tomorrow, probably tomorrow evening. But I appreciate you guys hanging out regardless of the terrible result and the frustrating nature of it. Keep that blue flag flying high as ever, and I'll see you next time.